Pleased to have you join us today as we break ground for Phase 2 of the Cornwall-Lebanon School District's Cedar Crest Campus Construction and Renovations Project. Additions and alterations here to Cedar Crest High School, and also we have some facilities and improvements over to Old Stadium. This event that we have here today is about the students who are here now, but ultimately about students who will be attending our schools and here at the campus in the future. And I think that's one of the hallmarks here at Cornwall-Lebanon, is that we're always thinking about today, but we're also preparing for the future. In 1952, the school districts of West Cornwall, North Cornwall, and Cornwall Borough signed articles of agreement to form a jointure of the three districts, admitting North Lebanon Township in 1958 and South Lebanon Township in 1961. The groundmaking ceremony for this high school was held in March of 1964, with the first graduating class in 1966. So it's been a few years. And yes, we do have a few things that are original that we're going to work on as we complete this renovation. That same year saw a merger of all districts in the jointure of Mount Gretna and a name change to the Cornwall-Lebanon School District, operating under a 9-member school board and superintendent. For the past 57 years, this campus has seen the construction of Cedar Crest Middle School, as well as several additions and renovations to both buildings, the most recent major one taking place almost 30 years ago. So we're very excited as we see the completion of the Falcon Connector construction very shortly here. We're expecting that to be done here just within the next month and a half. We will welcome those 22 classrooms of students into the Falcon Connector this fall, and that's when we'll begin Phase 2 here at the high school. So we continue to think about how we're going to serve our community by making sure that we provide the best learning and teaching environment for our students and staff members. We're very pleased to have with us here today some honored guests. We have members of our Board of School Directors, Mrs. Ruth Ann Schlegel, Mr. Jeff Snyder, Mr. Joel Zug, Mrs. Jill Oziak, and Mrs. Sue Diefenbach as members of our Board of School Directors. We also have Lebanon County Commissioner, Mrs. Joellen Litz, with us today. So welcome and thank you all for being here. I believe we also have Falcon Foundation President, Mr. John Slizerall, I believe, who is with us here today. And of course, members of the project team, including representatives from Piers and Hoffman, Fabavia, as well as some of the contractors that may be present as well. So it gives me special pleasure to invite here at this time our school board president, Mrs. Schlegel, to make a few remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Demensick, and hello to all. As a lifelong district resident, graduate of Cedar Crest High School, longtime member and now president of the Board of School Directors, I am very proud of this district and its continued vision for the future. It is a tremendous honor for me to stand before you today, representing the Cornwall-Lebanon School District Board of Directors as we break new ground on Phase 2 of the Cedar Crest Campus Construction and Renovation Project. As Dr. Demensick shared, our Board of Directors feels deeply the responsibility to not only serve the needs of our current students, but to also keep an eye to the future and in the best interest of the students who will enter the halls in the coming years. That is why, in September of 2021, our board saw the need to commission an updated district-wide facilities study for master planning. This comprehensive plan was presented to us in November of 2022 and resulted in the development of this 3-phase construction and renovation project for the Cedar Crest campus. We are truly excited to see the Falcon Connector building on track for welcoming the first group of students into its 22 classrooms this fall as Phase 2 continues in the high school. Thank you, and I turn it over to Dr. Demensik again.
Thank you, Mrs. Schlegel. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Scott Schunk, the principals from Beers and Hoffman, to make a few comments about the planning of this project.
Thank you. So I'm honored here to represent Beers and Hoffman Architects. This is a wonderful project. Recognize the scope of the project is about 300,000 square feet. So if you have a home that's about 2,000 square feet, it's like putting 150 of those together and trying to do it all at one time. For the architect team, I want to recognize Bob Hoffman is here. And we also have Brian Rummel. Brian was the leader, the project architect on this team, and spent a lot of time on these drawings. I also see from SpecBec, that was the civil engineer. We have Chad Smith is here from that team. We have more engineering. I think Bill Fleischer's back there representing the mechanical, electrical, plumbing. And we also had Baker Ingram was the structure. So that was our team. Again, we're honored to be part of this project. And I will give the mic back for introduction to Nadia.
Thank you, Scott. To introduce Mr. Dan Sakala, who's the principal at Batavia.
Thanks, Dr. Demensik. Can I just talk out loud? Sure. I'm just going to talk out loud. Good afternoon. Dan Sakala. I'm here on behalf of our pre-construction team, Heather Cranover, John Michelle, and Billy Lodgeman. Appreciate being here. Grateful to be here. Grateful for Dr. Demensik's leadership. These projects are not easy to pull off and get to this point, and it starts with leadership, and it's built with team. We have a great team on this project. Scott mentioned the design team. There's been a cadre of administrators that have been involved and have trudged through bi-weekly meetings for the better part of a year. It still makes noise. Through the better part of a year, these bi-weekly meetings with all the design professionals, the administrators, to get to the point we're at today. I mean, essentially a group of professionals that come together with the singular focus to create the best possible high school for the students of this community, their families, and the staff and the community at large that call Cedar Crest its home. So very grateful to be here. I do want to mention the contractors who will now take the torch and physically do the work that we've been planning for so long. Normally, parenthetically, we would have 4 contractors on a project like this customarily, but because with the concern of getting the most competitive numbers on bid day, we wound up breaking it into 11 contractors, 8 here at the high school and 3 over at the stadium. And the successful contractors who will be performing the work are Lobar Inc., the general contractor, J.R. Reynolds, the plumbing contractor, North Bay is doing the mechanical work, the Farfield Company was awarded the electrical contract, Iron Eagle Excavating is our site contractor, Detweiler Roofing is performing the roofing work, Accelerated Fire Protection will be doing the sprinkler work, and finally 11400 will be doing the food service, the kitchen work. So again, very grateful to be here, humbled to be here and serve the district, and it's going to be a great project. So thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Dan. And again, thank you to all of you for coming today as we celebrate the start of this new campus project. And I'd also like a special thanks to all those responsible for planning. Thank you to Amy Wissinger for all the invites and getting that out to people and for today's events. We are going to now move on to the reason for being here, and that's to break ground for the high school additions and alterations and the stadium facilities improvement projects. We're going to get some photos here, and then we'll move to the stadium for a separate groundbreaking at that location. So we'll go ahead, and Amy, you can tell us who's up first as we break ground here. We've got a number of different photos.